Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat.
Greetings and welcome to Ballchat podcast. It's a holiday special. Hopefully my screen is not too dark. If it is, just work with it, people. Work with it. It's 4th of July. I am the host, Junior, one of the hosts. I'm online right now. We have my sister, come on, and my brother, Benton. Come on, Benton, what's going on?
Oh, good enough. Good. About.
Doing well. Happy 4th of July, family. Happy 4th of July. Hopefully all the family in Jamaica is hiding from what? Elsa?
For real,
Right.
for real. Hopefully you get a little brighter. Yeah, see, there's a little brighter now. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to everybody that are in the line of Elsa within the cone of uncertainty. Hopefully everybody's taking the necessary precaution with Jamaica and everybody in the Caribbean islands, people in South Florida too. A whole heap of crazy things going on. But you know, Ball Chat, we talk about football. So Benton, you know, even though I'm the host, you know, I want you to talk about it because let me tell you something, Benton, and come on. It is coming home.
Is that madness again this week? What exactly is coming home, Junior? You start with the foolishness on England. But I will say, come on, this is probably one of the best English teams we have seen in all the years we have watched football. They're very pragmatic and they might just win this Euro and we have to live with them. Come on, we have to deal with them.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm bringing Denmark.
Yo, big up Jeremy and Levy. Jeremy and Levy said, Judah Pringle, you are a madman. But if I am a madman, I don't know what to say about come on.
So Italy?
I don't.
Listen, you know what? I think one of the best games England played was yesterday. That was one of the best games. Yes, they have not conceded a goal entire tournament. They've been eking out wins, but that win yesterday was really, something. Goals scored from your boy Maguire. I don't know if Jose Mourinho must feel like doo-doo because Luke Shaw is really showing out in this tournament. But, props to Raheem as well. He has been the mastermind behind getting England up to the semifinals. But this is where the run ends. This is where the run ends. The luck will run out. Denmark is the dark horse, and I think Denmark is going to pull off an upset. It's going to be real close, a nice at 1-0, and then Italy can take it over.
Yes. So people, we're talking about the quarterfinals in the Euro Cup. Switzerland versus Spain ended in a 1-1 draw, and everybody knew what happened, right? Belgium lost to Italy 2-1. Come on's Italy. Denmark, come on's Denmark, beat Czech Republic 2-1. But mine and Benton's England defeated the Ukraine 4-0.
Benton, we all know that Benton is a bossy. Benton has no residing city. Him depend the fence, and I mean, one of these days, barbed wire are going to juke him. Him not have no abiding city. So, we don't even know who him bring. Him not bring Italy, him not bring England, him not bring Spain, him not bring Denmark. Who are you bringing? Speak right now, Benton. You never want to talk in a group stage. You never want to talk quarterfinals. Now it's semis. 4 teams, right? Who you got?
You always say, I'm a good mouth, and to that end, I salt. Any side I bring, I salt them up. So
For England?
I would love to salt England right now. I mean, but with all that being said, like you said, they haven't conceded any goals. It's 5 games, 5 clean sheets on the trot. I mean, they've been very pragmatic. They're winning games, how you win tournament football, defensively solid, and just eke out a win here and there. This is not Premier League football where you need to score, English Premier League football where you need to score a bag of goals. You just need to be practical. Remember, France won the World Cup by being just as practical. And England, I mean, I don't know, come on, they might just win this thing.
I hope not. We'll never hear the end of it. Especially now that Manchester United, gets Sancho. It's like we would never, ever hear the end of it for Junior. And I'm asleep. I would hear the song is coming home.
Well, before we talk about before we talk about England and before they win the trophy, just remember I said this. Lego the Dan. Lego the Dan, come on. Lego the Dan.
Okay. All right.
So in coming up in the semifinals, we have Italy versus Spain, England versus Denmark. Italy will be playing Spain on July the 6th, and England will be playing Denmark on July the 7th, which is coming up in a couple of days. So come on, we know Italy going to beat Spain in your eyes, right? How do you see that game playing out?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if let me say it. Italy and Spain, they're equally yoked, right? In my opinion, you really don't have one being real better than the other. They're not like this. They're like more like this. So if Morata, if Morata continues to be Morata, then Italy will prevail. If Morata decides that this is the game that he's going to step it up, he's going to show us that he is a prolific striker, then Italy will be in trouble. Because guess what? He must PS, and if he's finding the back of the net, then we're in trouble. He must have endurance, because he played the entire 90 and run just as hard. So for me, it is just based on the individuals for the day. It's not better. It's not like yesterday when clearly England was better than Ukraine, or even on paper going into the game. On paper, Spain and Italy pretty much even, but I'm going to give Italy the edge because I think they master the art of diving, they master the art of time wasting, and they're scoring goals, good goals too, and they're defending really well. So let me give the edge to Italy.
Benton, normally at this moment, you would hope that somebody like me will come in and speak some sense in this argument. I'm going to rely on you now to speak some sense into this argument because what Camon has just said to the whole Ballchat family is Italy or Spain is only a striker away from being better than Italy. Do you agree with that?
No, I mean, I think this flavor of Italy is ahead of Spain. I mean, Spain defeated Switzerland because of those bad penalties. One of the worst PK shootout in the history of football in a long time. How many penalties did Switzerland miss? 3, 4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
I mean, Spain, I don't know how they made it this far, but Italy seems to be the team of the tournament so far. I mean, I don't know how the injury of Spinazzola, the left back, being out now, and now they have to roll in that Chelsea bug, Emerson Palmieri. I mean, I suspect he will play in the semi-final game, and if he does play, can Spain exploit it? Out of the 4 semi-finalists, I think Spain is the weakest of the 4 teams, and Italy is the strongest of the teams.
Come on. At this moment, I am going to now hope that you can speak some sense into Benton's argument because it coming like 4th of July. I don't know what to eat it with some roast card or something, but something that sound right over there. Come on. Benton is saying that Denmark is not one of the worst teams left in the Final Four. Do you agree? And talk about Denmark's ascension to the semifinals, and especially, to me, they're a sentimental favorite, and unfortunately, the winners going to have to send them home. But we will sign a number 10 jersey for him and just send it to him to Ericsson and say, go on with that, Ericsson. But talk about Denmark, come on. And do you agree?
I don't agree that Denmark. I think Denmark is the worst team in the group. I mean, I just think they're the worst team, and I think maybe they're playing off motivation, sentiments, crowd, love. I mean, like that extra oomph. But I don't see Denmark beating England if England plays well, and I just don't see it. So what I am praying for right here is that Spain have a bad game and England have a bad game. So that's the only way Denmark are gonna beat. I go beat England. England. You see, if it was early on, maybe in the group stages when they were struggling, then yes. But not now when Hurricane kind of find him groove. You have Maguire who him is like, it's like, who is this person? And you have Luke Shaw playing out of his mind. I don't see Denmark beating England. I really don't.
And they have Lego the Don. They had finally Lego the J Don. Yo, big up to Jeremy and Lever. Jeremy is saying the pass that Sterling played for that first goal kill about 4 Ukrainians, cut them up. He also said from Morata go up on loan, from Real to Juve, the first time him do nothing. Big up Shemoy Sweeney listening on floor, watching on floor. Shemoy, why you retract your statement, Shemoy? I think I saw something about Spain, So put back your statement, Shemoy. With a take back speech around here, right? Big up to Jamai Chelsea. Jamai Chelsea in the UK is saying Italy champions. Jamai, you might have to take off the UK off of your name because it is coming home, Jamai. You're home. It's coming home. It's coming home, guys. England will be winning the championship in my eyes. But so Benton, talk about Denmark in your from your eyes. Talk about I think for me personally, I think the Denmark story is a great story in sports with the tragedy that we saw so early with Christian Eriksen and his recovery, and it seemed to have been a catalyst for the Danes. Do you think Bentham? Because I remember last week, me and Cameron said, no way, no how, France cannot lose. Remember we said that? And I even said, you have to have a girl take off her shirt with married me in the stands. The only way France can lose that game, and we saw what happened. So, Benton, since you are so prophetic, how do you think Denmark is going to beat England?
I don't know if I want to label prophetic. It's just lucky. I asked about Switzerland last week, and I asked about Croatia, and come on, curse me. And you cursed me, said, Gretchen, stop the foolishness. There's no way Spain is going to beat Croatia. And what happened? Croatia is home. As it pertains to Denmark, there's a lot of similarities between this Danish team and the team that won the 92 edition of the Euro Championship. Of course, you have the father one in goalkeeper Schmeichel at the time, big goalkeeper. Kasper Schmeichel is nowhere as good as his dad. But in terms of unity, they're working together. And after 2 games, they were pretty much dead in the water, right? They were sitting at the bottom of the group. And the Christian Eriksen event galvanizing thing, and there is nothing like, y'all know, tournament football, when a team catch a fire, sometimes it's almost like written in stone, and someone is praying and hoping that it's written in stone for them to beat England. I wouldn't be surprised if they defeat England, but there's something good about how they're playing for each other. Defensively, they're pretty solid team, and they're doing well going forward.
So big up to Jason Frame. Jason Frame saying Denmark are efficient without being flashy. I actually agree with that statement.
That is exactly, everything I just said is just said. Jason Frame put it down in a couple words. They're very efficient.
And he also said that Spain is indeed the weakest, defensively shaky midfield, lacks creativity, and Morata is their striker, enough said. So put it out there right now, Ballchat family. We see what the semifinals are. Again, the semifinals are going to be Italy versus Spain, England versus Denmark. People are watching right now. Put it in the chats. People, Benton, come on. Who do you have playing in the finals? I think the finals is next week, Saturday, I believe. Who do you guys have playing in the finals?
Come on, go ahead. Ladies first.
I have Italy, England.
There's a part of me who would love to see Spain win this thing, proclaim it.
Why though? Why? Now you know what? Don't answer. You know why? That's bad man. I mean, like just because we want Italy win, you have to just go against me with a bad
I got the
man.
opposite.
Okay.
I got Denmark, Spain final.
All right. Well, I am going. I am going England for sure. I am going. I'm going Spain. Italy, England versus Spain for the finals. Kofi Powell is saying England versus Italy for the finals. Shamai Sweeney is saying Denmark wins if Kyle Walker and Stones not get it together. So Jamai, who do you like? Who do you guys have going to the finals? Jason Frame, who you have going to the finals? Jermaine Levy, who you guys have going to the finals? I have Spain versus England, and the reason why I have Spain versus England, I just think Italy is not balanced. I really think that Italy has a balance issue. They are very left-sided heavy, and I think Spain actually. I think this is a game where Spain stifling Italy or Spain stifling their opponent is going to prove beneficial for them. So I am picking England versus Spain, with England taking it home.
Yeah, so this is, the England-Italy prediction is just too obvious. Come on. It's too obvious. They are the favorites. Come on. Let's make it a little bit more spicy and a run with the England-Italy. Come on. Find a way to pick Spain and Denmark to get into the final.
But absolutely not. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But I think Italy, I think the belief, and I think Mancini is a good enough coach to kind of adjust. As I said, Italy, they have this diving foolishness that go on, time wasting. Like, when I watch Italy, sometimes like I'm watching Copa, like a South American team I play, because it's just ridiculous. But I think they have enough left in the tank to reach the final.
And to be fair to them, them have some proper ballers now at the field. Maybe I've criticized them to say them slow, but what I saw in that Belgium game against Belgium, Verratti and Jorginho passing around. Now, Belgium ballers, them are soft ballers, but what they did in that game to just knock the ball around, I was impressed. And I just think, there was a little bit too much hype about Italy, but in that Belgium game, they showed me that, them have played some proper ball. So, it's their tournament to lose, in my opinion.
So we will see what happens this week. Shamai Sweeney is saying Spain gets better with each game they play. So Kofi Paul says England versus Italy. I am saying England versus Spain. Come on, you are saying England versus Italy. Benton, you are saying Spain versus Denmark. All right. Shemoy is saying Spain versus England. So the $1 million question: who do you guys have winning the trophy next weekend?
Italy.
Spain.
I have it's coming home. It's coming home. England, it is coming home. Kofi Powell, tell us why you think England is going to win. Because you say England versus Italy, so you're definitely picking England. Shemai, you say Spain versus England. Tell us why England is going to win, because I know everybody watching the show right now is on the junior train saying it is coming home, except for the Spanish League bad mind people. See, Kofi Powell said England for the trophy. See, they come on, Benton on the one. It's coming home.
So let me ask. So how can England? How can teams beat England here? Don't we see England always mess up? In these big games. What is different this time around as the English fan?
As the English fan, what is different this time around is that the midfield is not a hyped midfield. When you look at Declan Rice and Kelvin Phillips, when you look at all of the English midfields before, and I can go back to Paul Gascoigne time. I can go to Lampard and Gerrard when they were supposed to be the best midfield ever. It was always a certain type of hype surrounding that English side. Where you had like the Lampard, it was Lampard, Gerrard, Beckham, right? As the mainstay in that midfield. And there was so much hype. But right now, you have real workers, Kelvin Phillips and Declan Rice. Because we know Maguire is a bug. We know Stones is a bug. We know that. We know Pickford for his entire career in England, he makes the difficult saves and gives up the easy goals. So they are not going to just automatically transform in this competition. I think all credit need to go to Phillips and Declan Rice. Phillips more for England not conceding any goals, for them looking so stout and strong in the midfield. I think that is a difference. And I really think that is what is carrying him over the hump. Now Sterling is not getting the ratings that him deserve. And let's talk about that real quick. Cause come on, I know in our private chats we talk about so Marlon Gillette saying Italy versus England, Italy wins the trophy. Kev Leslie saying Italy is winning. So they're like, come on, send
God
out.
have mercy. I saw me know Italy lose. Then that's Marlon Salt, Kevin Salt. I mean, like, oh God, the team lose.
So
Not half of the wagon.
Jason Frame said, wow, them say come on horse can't win Derby, but Iceland did win this, right? Italy due a defeat. England should beat Denmark. England versus Spain. England can't win nothing, so I guess him saying is Spain. And Kofi is saying Sterling is going to bring home the cup. Let's talk about Sterling real quick. I know it wasn't on our docket, but we talked about the coverage for the English from the English media and seeing that we are so close to this team compared to all the other teams that are left in the competition, generally because we speak the same language. When we see the coverage, and Sterling has been the man of the tournament for England, that no debate there. But then Kane is getting all of this coverage. Harry Maguire is getting all of this coverage for him little one buck up goal. How do you come on and Benton and for all the people watching right now on Flow, Facebook, YouTube, hit the like button. But let us know, how do you feel about the English media coverage, and do you think Sterling is getting his just due?
It sounds about white. We talk about this privately and out there. Raheem and a couple of my friends are saying that they don't feel sorry for him because he might get that treatment from a long time. Should I switch? But I asked switch go away, but we can't bother. But we've seen it. He's always going to be this black boy from this poor, violent country. I mean, like every article that you see has something negative to say about him. Remember when he had that tattoo? I mean, like as if the gun tattoo represented Sterling being a gunman or a bad man. He will never get his due. Even if he scores a hat trick, somehow it's going to be whoever he gave him the assist. It's never going to be him. He carried England, right? When Harry Kane was invisible, Raheem Sterling carried England. Then Harry Kane got score one little goal, and it's like they're losing their minds because Harry Kane, the captain, finally broke him down. Forget they have this little black man that carried the entire English side, so he will never get it. Raheem does, and I think he's. I'm not gonna say he's used to it. I think him just resign himself to it because what is he going to do? He's leaving a legacy for his children. So maybe he won't get the due that he's due right now. It's never going to change. It's not going to change. I mean that's England for you. It's not going to change. So I like that Raheem is going out there playing free football. Because if you see him play, when you watch Raheem Sterling play, it's like him don't even care, right? There's no pressure. So I applaud him for going out there and doing his job, knowing full well that when the bonus appear, he might just get 5% less.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Kamon. It's just for me, this is not even a non-issue. It's a non-issue for me because I didn't expect anything else. I mean, it's just when you choose to play for the Queen or the Queen country, I just said that go. I mean, and Raheem Sterling essentially knew what he got himself in, so you just have to play number 2 behind Kane. I just say go.
Hold on. Watch your number 2 thought there.
Well, I just say go. It's either Raheem Sterling, Jadon Sancho, or whosoever do it. And Kane is always the face of this team or any team in play for. So I mean, I don't expect anything to change, or I'm not surprised with the coverage. Big up to the Sun that actually had Sterling on the page after he scored winning one of the goals in that game 4 days ago. So I don't care about them. I'm Babylon anyway.
Big up Shaboy. Shaboy is saying English media will and always be biased against black players. Kofi Powell said the color code is at work. Jason Frame saying it is what it is. A black man, Raheem Sterling, will never be the highlight above Harry Kane, their poster boy. If you know, you know. Sad state of affairs. But speaking of poster boy, and if you know, you know, we all know that currently playing right now in South America, it is all about the Copa America. And in the Copa America this week, Peru and Paraguay, they played to a 3-3 draw with Peru beating Paraguay 4-3. Brazil defeated Chile 1-0. Uruguay and Colombia draw 0-0. And if Benton thought that Switzerland, Spain penalty shootout was the worst, well, look at that Uruguay versus Colombia's penalty shootout again. And speaking of poster boys, Argentina, with the poster boy himself, Mr. Leo Messi, defeated Ecuador 3-0. And people, if you ever saw the smile on Camon's face, let me put it up right now. Talk about the Copa America quarterfinals. And what is your main takeaway? Come on.
That Messi is the GOAT. That's my main takeaway. Messi is the GOAT. And Gabriel Jesus is an idiot. Utter and complete idiot. Ospina is a wonderful goalie. Don't get him due. Right? Suarez gone home. I mean, Uruguay is an old team. They're an aging team, and I think they will not do well unless they flush out the old blood and bring in new people. Argentina is doing that. I just don't understand though. Dybala will never, ever get a call up. As long as Messi is playing him now down the Argentina shirt, we could use him. So I am looking forward. Even though Colombia is a tricky opponent, I am looking forward to a Brazil versus Argentina final.
Benton?
I actually expected Chile to be this tournament is all about Brazil and Argentina. You know, the bottom line is just about can Messi win a national title? That's the question. So, I don't even know. This is Brazil's tournament to win. Messi showed up at the last moment in the recent game. I mean, he scored a wonderful free kick. Ecuador did give them a fight, but I don't know if I'm hoping that Argentina could win it, because then the Ronaldo's fans of the world can just shut up and just recognize Messi as one of the best players to ever play this game. Without a national trophy, his reputation will be tarnished, and there will be many more opportunities. So why not win this one? And why not win this one in Brazil, in the home of your enemy? This would be something special. Doesn't matter about COVID protocol or not. So this tournament is all about what Lionel Messi and Argentina can or cannot do. Nothing else matters. I agree. Uruguay is old and them done. Tisha is pretty much just getting ready, and Brazil is getting ready for World Cup qualifiers. Granted, they would love to win the tournament, and as usual, but it's all about Lionel Messi and can they win? And Dybala is a bug. Come on, make him turn me on.
No more than Otamendi.
Yeah, but to be fair, Otamendi I do all right. How many goals Argentina conceded yesterday?
look here, and that is not because of Otamendi. That is in spite of Otamendi. I mean, he has them twist him up. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. You see, if Ecuador was better in front of goal, Argentina would have been in trouble. Everybody was playing through Valencia, which was the issue because once Valencia get the ball, everybody was crowding Valencia. And if you watch the game, you realize that Argentina's goals, well, except Messi free kick come from a foul, whatever football, but Ecuador's mistake caused a goal. Even the one that Messi missed, I mean, what kind of back pass? To who? So Ecuador kind of wet the bed a little bit and allowed Argentina to run away. I don't see Brazil doing those, them full move there. So I just think Otamendi is a liability, and I don't know how. As a matter of fact, I know because some of them agents here, them walk on water. That is how Otamendi stay having a job.
And I agree. Otamendi, they are doing well in spite. And so maybe that's why Scalini, the coach, doesn't want to change the team. And maybe him have secret for Scalini. But the fact that, all Valencia was running them ragged was crazy. I will say for Argentina is that Martinez, like goalkeeper, Aston Villa's won. Martinez has been a pleasant surprise. He's been very good in goal for Argentina. And brethren, all I have to say to all the Argentina people there, just win this trophy. Simple. I don't care who you need for tea and buy, just win it. Just win it. Simple. Just win it. Anyway, by
those are the views of Benton.
I mean, Lionel Messi needs, he needs a score. Bottom line. Simple.
All right. As much as I would love to sit here and hear you guys gripe and try to go against inevitable, just remember the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, and Messi will not win a major trophy for Argentina. It is what it is. But we will see. They will get their chance. And coming up in the semifinals, as we know, Brazil will be playing Peru tomorrow at 7 p.m. and Argentina will be playing Colombia on Tuesday at 9 p.m. So we know Brazil is going to beat Peru. We already know that. Let me see. Shamai Sweeney is saying Argentina have some great players, but Brazil have the most solid team. Shemai, if I've never said it to you before, you are a brilliant person. Jason Frame is saying Ospina is a shot stopper, not a keeper. He's also saying he's not an M10 fan, but I hope he wins. But I'm a Brazilian fan, so let's see. Boy, Jason Frame, you sound like an Arsenal fan and you sound very confused. You're not a Messi fan, but you hope he wins, but you're a Brazilian fan, so let's see. Boy. So, let's see. Let's put Jason Frame on the spot first. Jason, who do you have playing against Argentina in the finals? Since you hope Messi win, I guess you're going to have Argentina beating Colombia. So, who do you have playing in the finals, Jason? And who do you have winning? Benton, come on. Who do you guys have playing in the finals, and who do you have ultimately coming out successful in this year's edition of the Copa Cup, aka the COVID trophy?
Hey, ideally, I would want a Peru versus Argentina to give Argentina 90% chance of winning the cup, but I don't see this Peru team winning or beating Brazil unless Brazil shoot themselves in the foot, get a red card early, and struggle to score against Peru. And Peru capitalize on the madness that will be Brazil. But I do see Argentina winning. I think Messi is motivated. And probably slap up Otamendi 2-time crossing face and say, yo, get it together. And I must say this, and you might just disagree with me, right? Rex Roy messaged this morning and said, because I asked the question, why can't Di Maria start? Because every time he comes off the bench, he changes the game. And if you saw the game yesterday, when Di Maria came on yesterday, the complexion of the game completely changed. And they were a little bit more, forceful in the a couple opportunities. He created a couple chances. He was just lively. And then, Rex Rice said, well, him have to come off of the bench because if him not come off of the bench, him not going to change the game. So let us see what Argentina does. But I think they match up Barcelona. They match up Brazil well, and let's see how it goes in the final. But I have Argentina beating Brazil.
All right. Jason Frame says Brazil versus Argentina, Samba all the way. Benton, talk some sense to come out there, please.
Yeah, I mean, as much I would love to see Argentina win, I mean, and more importantly, Lionel Messi win, I can't pick against Brazil. I mean, they will win their 10th Copa America. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Neymar is playing some good football. Defensively, they're solid. Yeah, Argentina, and as it relates to Di Maria, he probably is best now in his older age to come off the bench to run at defense when they're a little bit more tired. So, and he's not willing to do the heavy lifting to help defensively. So, I hope Argentina win, but I don't see it happen. In fact, I don't even know if Argentina really beat Colombia. It's not a done deal. So I hope Argentina win.
That's true.
Well, let me tell you something. I said this at the start of the Copa America, and I'm going to say it again. I know Argentina is going to be scheduled to play against Brazil in the finals. I don't think that game is going to play. Call me crazy, but I really don't think that game is going to play. I think it's bigger than football. With the pandemic, what's going on in the pandemic right now. I'm not trying to get political, but I think this is an opportunity for football to lead the way socially, and I can honestly see Brazil and Argentina refusing to play in the final. And this is no knock against Messi. I think this would be ultimately a great gesture. I think the players can ultimately rebel and say, look, we're not doing this, we're not playing. I can also see the Brazilian fans who are being robbed the opportunity to watch Brazil play against Argentina in a meaningful game. I can see them pulling a Manchester United fans and storming the stadium multiple times and not allowing this game to play. I honestly can say that, but that's a fairy tale. I think Brazil going to beat Argentina 3-0 in the final.
Listen, yeah, in the out of that, but I am saying, I am so glad that you're saying that you can see it happening because we all know you're blind. So there's no way on earth Neymar is going to give up the opportunity to beat Messi. No way on earth Neymar is going to give up the opportunity to have Brazil win the Copa America. No way on earth for Neymar to not come out there and show off himself. So you say them is a blind man. That's not going to happen. Not at all. You will never see that happen. The brother can say that will never happen.
And there's no way on earth Messi are going to give up a chance to try win a Copa America.
Yeah, man.
But
Everybody is saying, "Oh, he's the GOAT," but he's the GOAT. But people always say, "Oh, him now win nothing for Argentina." First of all, Messi won in the Olympics. So that's a state.
Come on. The fact that we have to bring up Olympics is not necessary. I don't bring that up.
Well, guess what? But guess what? He will be at the center circle waiting on Neymar.
So Jason Frame, sometimes there's some things and I'm work with it, and then that's what Jason Frame just said. He want him Messi to win so the R7 fans can have a seat. Not a fan of either longevity baller. And then in the words of Benton, step away from the glue. And Cashew Red is saying Messi now win nothing. But let's see.
Some of us are just hoping. I mean, I don't think Messi is the goal. There's no good thing. My baller is Diego Armando Maradona, the cokehead brother. But I think that the dumpy of
That is the view of Benton. Listen.
the ghost
I
of
just
Maradona might help Argentina with this story.
listen. There are 11 players for each team on the pitch. We keep on saying Messi. There are other players that are they're motivated. What's his name? DePaula. He is motivated. He's a good little baller. So I mean, like everybody wants to go up against Neymar. Neymar wants to show out and show up. I can see Otamendi sweeping his leg if him can catch him. But I do see Argentina really putting up a fight, and maybe this is Messi's year.
You know what's so funny? I'm a Messi fan, but the Messi apologists them quickly always say 11 ballers on the field.
but it's true. I mean, like, but it's true. We always pick out the good. Like for example, we talk about the England team with Raheem Sterling. Look at that pass. I mean, like, Harry Kane could have missed it, yes, but that pass was sublime. I mean, like, Ray Hudson would have said, something Ray Hudson would have to make you laugh on this. But it's the same thing. Harry Kane couldn't score that goal without a Raheem Sterling. It's the same thing with Messi. He needs his people. Same thing with Neymar. He can't do it on his own, and he has a good enough cast. Same thing with Messi. It's a mixture of youth and experienced players on both sides. So it should be a good game. But as we said, you have to get past Peru. And we have to get past who we are playing. What other team? Colombia, right?
Ray Hudson would have said something like a sniper picking out his target from 150 yards out, and he is very hungry and want to go home. That's how Raheem Sterling found him. Oh my God, he got him like a gazelle going through the woods. Well, speaking of England and the home of the greatest league in the world, come on and bent on top of the nice. We had some major news this week on the transfer front with Mr. Nuno. Come on, I don't know how to pronounce his name now. Benton knows how to pronounce his brother name. Nuno Aspi Papa Pipa Papa is now the head coach of Tottenham. Benton, why Nuno love put stress on him head?
But I hope his agent put a nice fire payout in the contract, a nice payout once he gets terminated, because ultimately that will happen. I wish nothing but the best for Nuno. I think he did quite well with with Wolves, but I mean Spurs is just a bug side, and ultimately it need a cleanse. It needs somebody to go through and clean the entire organization up. And I don't think Nuno is the man for it, but he's probably going to be there 2-3 years. If him get let go, then him get a little $5-10 million for just going easy. But why not? Easy money. What do you expect from Spurs? I would take the job. Come on, would take the job, because everyone.
Absolutely not. Listen,
everyone expects. Come on, everyone expects you to fail. So what? What are you going to tell them when you fail? I mean, I'm a failure. I mean, Spurs up.
But listen. A woman don't like take up crosses for herself. So I don't know when Nuno take up crosses that go. I'm just like, it's, you know what? We're assuming maybe he's the sucky players whisperer. Maybe he can go there and turn players around. Maybe they're going to open the kitty. Maybe like how Harry Kane is now England star. Him star score some goal. Worse if them go win. Harry Kane scored 2, 3, 4 goals in the final. Then Tottenham is going to ask for what? 200 million fees. So they're going to have money to spend. So maybe Nuno knows something where we don't know. He's a very good coach. I think he's a people's person, a player person. If anybody can get the best out of players, it probably will be him. But I wouldn't take up classes for myself. Nobody likes headache. And I don't see a coach as competitive as he is, because him don't like to lose. Even though I'm calm on the sidelines, I don't see anybody that's taking up a job knowing full well that they're going to get more losses than wins.
You know what's so funny though? Imagine, I think a Raheem Sterling would do a lot better than Adamana Traore. You know, so if somehow they can pull off this deal, send Keane to City and send Raheem Sterling as so-called rumor, and Raheem Sterling is one of the players they've apparently put in the package for Keane. I mean, why not? You know, so who knows?
Rhyme said he's not going. Well, based on the articles that we've seen, him say not gonna him don't want to go and whatever, so put him somewhere else.
So how does this work if Pep say I want Keane and them agree to the deal and them say Raheem not the deal?
If I mean like Raheem, I retire. Not for me like Raheem Sterling, and I say I am retiring from football. Retire, whatever, and then come December. But the transfer market what I figured. But anyways, Raheem can't save Tottenham.
But Raheem, son, and like what Shemai Sweeney just said, as Nuno reached Barcelona loan Trinachao to Tottenham, one Portuguese down, many to go. You never know. I mean, the thing that really got to me though is all of these big name coaches turning down Tottenham. No disrespect to Nuno, but Nuno, even Rafa Benitez. Think about it. When people think of Rafa Benitez, they think of Liverpool, right? And Rafa Benitez decided to go to Liverpool's hated rival Everton with the Tottenham job open, where I don't think a Liverpool fan would care one way or the other if Rafa went to Tottenham. And he decided to go to Everton over Tottenham.
Everton, what we've seen last season, that Everton not afraid to spend money. I mean, like, remember I say, no, there's like a philosophy behind some of these coaches, you know. Because remember when Sarri there at Chelsea, he was a little bit upset that he was getting all the players that he wanted. And then them foist Pulisic upon him, which him say, who is this? Him don't know when Pulisic. But I do think that Rafa, I call Rafa the relegation-bound team whisperer, right? Because he is more like the savior. The team in a trouble, you want some points, you draw for Rafa, right? Everton showed us last season that they're willing to spend some money. They went out there, they got players on loan. They went out there and they got players. They brought players in to kind of try and build a winning team. You don't see that with Tottenham. I mean, when I say winning team, yes, they're trying to win some games. They kind of feel still, but you don't see that with Tottenham. And as a coach from the outside, you go in there and you talk to somebody and say, okay, are you willing to give me 50 million pounds to get some players? And you're going to say, oh no, that's not our kind of club. Like Arsenal, who never want to spend the money for Suarez, and when we got £1 over what the transfer fee was, right, for Luis Suarez. And maybe that's what happened. I mean, Everton will spend the money, bring the players, give the coach the opportunity to build his own team. Versus Tottenham, you have these old, washed-out, no good players where you want to build it round, Harry Kane. I mean, like, Rafa said that now go work. Nuno don't care one bit. Him don't care about no legacy. Make a money two go money and go home.
True. So go ahead, Beto.
One correction. So Trinco, I don't know who mentioned that. Trinco went to Wolves, not Tottenham on loan. New Wolves manager Bruno Lage, signed Trinco from Barcelona season long.
So Sheba, he went to Wolves, to Nuno's old team after Nuno cut out.
As for Everton, I mean, I like the hire. I think Rafa is, I mean, like someone said, he's a good coach. I like what Rafa's done. I mean, Rafa's pedigree. He won Champions League, right? He won Champions League with that Liverpool team. Wasn't he the one with that Liverpool team in 2006?
Yes.
That came from behind?
Yes, I think, yes.
So he has pedigree, and they needed somebody at Everton after the local brother runway. Stabbed him at the back. The one, Mr. Carlo Ancelotti. Yes, granted, it's a modeling team as in Real Madrid that came along. But I like the hire for Rafa. It will be interesting to see what happened with Moises Keane. I think Moises Keane had a good season with PSG because he goes back to Everton. does Dominic Calvert-Lewin continue to progress, get rid of James Rodriguez. Just get rid of him. Send him with Carlo Ancelotti and just continue to bring in young players and give Rafa time. I think they should make another step up in the table. What they finished 6th or 7th this year, or wherever, I don't remember when they finished, but they should take a step up.
But do you want young players though? Isn't that what an academy team is for? Don't you want a mixture of experience and great players? If you want to be a team that's going to contend for the title, I mean, like young players. This is not Southampton, sir.
All right. You definitely, I agree, you want a mix of experience, but you don't want a waste man like Mr. James Rodriguez. Well, sorry, now waste man.
Listen, I think I think he's a good enough player. I think his level is actually Everton. Where I think his level is Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. I mean, I think Everton is his level. If they can find the pieces and make the team kind of gel and play, I think that Imes will have a good enough season. Yaramina is still I think he's a good enough baller, you know. And I think Everton with Imes and all the players, I mean, I think they'll be okay. Rafa is known to get results, and I know that, I mean, people like him, people respect him, and I think he will actually get results from Everton.
But the problem, I really think that James is a talented baller. I don't want a man complain about no weather. You're a baller, you need to play a ball, all right? He still hasn't lived up to that expectation, you know, from that World Cup. And so I think he's a soft swap baller, just like Kevin De Bruyne. You know, they're soft swap.
All right. Hold on, better.
Talented.
Hold on.
That is the view of Benton and Benton.
They are talented. They are talented footballers, but when the real Gideon start, you cannot depend on them to go back.
All right, hold on.
Kevin. And that's him say Junior. That's him really say Kevin.
All right, come on.
Step away from the glue. Benton, step away from the glue. You cannot. What is he basing it on? Belgium dropping out of Euro? Is that what you? Kevin.
All right, well, come on. First of all, as the resident Empire Manchester United fan, you can't ask me for validate anything about a Man City baller. But James is a general, Benton. But I'm going to go back to some comments.
No, you have to. All right then. If you think Kevin De Bruyne is a bug baller, queen 2 times. You don't have to say nothing. Just queen 2 times. Okay, 1 time you're not good baller. And I know what Benton is crazy.
It's not bug baller, you know. It's one thing. So let me clarify the statement. All right. He's a very talented youth. He has skills. And he's just like Harry Kane. He gets the face of the team. And when the real Gideon start, if you get the face of the team, I need to look to you to take me through the storm. And I cannot depend on them boy to take me through the storm. He didn't do it at Man City. David Silva gave him the light at Man City because David Silva allowed him to be able to don't get a whole of attention. The other man at Man City right now allow him to get free reign. And it's the same thing at Belgium. Soft soap ballers.
Hold on.
110%. 110% me disagree.
All right, hold on. We'll talk more about that when the season coming around. Kofi Paul, we're going to choose the comments real quick. Kofi Paul, and everybody watching right now, if you are a fan of the Reggae Boys, you have 2 minutes to get some Maalox, get some Panadol, get some Comtrex. Yard Ballers is coming up in about 2 minutes. We're going to talk about Jamaican football. Get get antidepressant. Don't be like, what's your name, Shakari, whatever the girl name, we want to run Olympics. Burn some weed if you have to, but you have to get some detox ready for this segment. Give me a second. I'm going to go through some comments real quick. Kofi Power saying, come on, you get too sentimental over the Kevin part. Cashew Road saying, this woman is funny. Raheem to Arsenal. Kamal Mars. Big up Kamal. Kamal saying, every week you call Shemai name. Invite him on the chat now. Shemai, you are more than welcome to join us on Ballchat as a guest host. Even you, Kamal. I want Kamal forward too. Cashew Road saying, Cashew Red is saying KDB is a doctor office baller. So, people, you have a minute before we start talking about Jamaican football, but we cannot. And let me just get this picture ready because we cannot continue the show without talking about the Don. Them Lego the Don. Jadon Sancho is on his way to Manchester United. Come on, as a Chelsea fan, how you feeling? Benton, as a resident Man U hater, tell me how you feeling.
Listen, we're all right now. We've seen this dog and pony show so many times. And what them say, we hear wicked a dog than this bar and me and kill it. So just try know that. Nobody not afraid of you and the Don. We will see. We will see what happens. Your Don is the Don, but yet so get one of busting tail when him under pressure. I don't think it's a Don. Might be a Donette. We're not really sure. But nobody afraid of you. We see it with Falco, we see it with Memphis. Tons of players are coming away, wanna hype up, and guess what happened? Nothing. Drop boof. So we will see. We will talk about this when the season progress. But nobody not afraid of you and your dancer.
So Fabian Campbell say he's feeling great. Hey, look how the bad mind people are rolling. You can't tell when the Chelsea fan them about. You realize Benton internet drop out when he start hear about the Don is at Manchester United. The Don that Barcelona couldn't sign. The Don that field boss Pep the Dashway. The Don Lego the Don.
I am mental and a drop out, man. I'm not bad mind Man City. I bad mind Manchester United. I think it's a good signing. Good signing. Very good signing. I'm looking forward. I'm going to give the political answer. I'm looking forward to see how Manchester United go about the season. With this signing, does it mean that Manchester United is now the favorite? Are Manchester United fans going to go out on a limb and say they should win the EPL? Because I've been running down this brother for about a year and a half now. He's a baller. I give you, he's a baller. But Jonah, you're the resident Manchester United fan. July 4th, Uncle Sam's birthday. Will you make this proclamation? With the signing, barring injuries, you guys should win the EPL.
All right. With this signing, if Man U sign Kamavinga and Varane, I will go out on a limb and say Manchester United is winning a major trophy this year. It might not be EPL, it could be Champions League, but a major trophy. But we have to sign Kamavinga and we have to sign Varane.
So wait, the Don can't do it by himself? The Don can't do it with the deputy Don, who is Pogba, and the assistant to the deputy, who is Rashford. You sign Mata. You're good. Listen, today, July 4th, the only thing Manchester United is going to win is the Chimney Cup. The chimney. And not even the good chimney. It's the enamel where have the chip them round the side like it dropped 10 times before it reached to grandma to push it underneath the bed. That's the only cup you guys are going to win. Let us stop it right now. Stop the extraness.
And it's sad. It's sad that Manchester United fans Junior cannot go on a limb and just say we're not going to win the title. I'm Virgin talk about with the addition of Samson Varane. We saw how Varane looked so bad in the Europa. And your big defender, Harry Maguire, is looking so good. So you shouldn't have to worry about any issues defensively. And you have the prize baller in Jadon Sancho, and you won't go out and link up about Kamavinga. It means to them worried.
Benton.
Junior solves too.
Because
Junior
you know what this means?
solves.
You know what this means? This means pressure. Now comes expectation. We still wait for Danny Van Beek or Danny Van Bock or whatever name.
Really, actually now, when they get him, Junior said the same thing. Lego the Dan. Oh no, Oletan Lego the Dan. Junior, listen. Let me tell you this. Nobody not afraid of you and the deputy side. Right? When it was a okay side without Sancho, you're still an okay side Mr. Sancho. We're not afraid of you.
Listen me.
If this a big signing, yeah, you run on the man for a year and a half, right? With this big, when the Man City will not covet the man. The Bible said, thou shalt not covet on the slum, and covet this man. And the man said, no, I'm not coming on him, gone all the way to Germany. I know you get this man, you're excited, right? In the group, all caps, Lego the Don. And you cannot say, you can't look at the camera and say, beat your chest and say, we are going to win the Premier League. The Premier League Cup is coming home. You can't say that. Do not yourself first. That's why it's them say, and every moving car, you see a road, you must park off. But you're not paying no mind, Junior. Relax. I'm going to say Chelsea is going to win the Premier League this season. That was confidence. You're not confident. Benson, Junior cannot say that
Yo.
with the addition of the Don, they're going to win the Premier League. So far, that.
Very disappointed, Junior. And I get the big baller. And he's coming off a summer where he's not doing a lot of work because he's been warming the bench for England. So he should be well rested out of all of these European ballers. And he should be ready to come with fire and belly to come light up Manchester, the entire city of Manchester. To show Manchester City what they're missing. And you cannot make a proclamation that you guys are going to win the title. And Pogba is playing so well. Come on, something lost. Something gone, man.
All right, people. That was the intermission. Like I said, you had 2 minutes to go get your Maalox, your Panadol, your benzene, your what else? Your Gears, your healing oil, your Feral, all of these things. Now,
And some real nephew.
add some Rhea Nephew because come on, start on the Rhea Nephew early by proclaiming that Chelsea is going to win the Premier League next year. But I think is a perfect segue talking about a team running down a baller and a baller after a year and a half deciding say I come play for the side and we don't know. We don't know if this baller will get up and say, yo, I don't feel like playing on this field because it's turf field or grass field. I don't know if this baller is going to say him not have no visa, so him can't play because him can't try. We don't know. We don't know if this baller going to say him committed to him club side, so him can't play for this side. But I'm going to put up right now a graphic on the screen, and it is supposed to be a 23-man roster for the Reggae Boys coming up for the Gold Cup, and chances are this roster is incorrect. Let me put it up right now for coming up this Gold Cup. I won't even go down the list of names, but it is time for yard ballers. Come on, talk to me about Jamaican footballer, please.
I have said this before, that we're getting all these ballers from overseas and whatever. Are they committed? Would the player who got invited tell England to them not coming because they want to go to the season? This is a tournament for your country. According to the JFM, is what? It's a warm-up tournament. We're coming up to World Cup qualifications. This is the perfect opportunity for you to get some games with your teammates. Gel, just play for us. But you want to go to your club for peace because you're the only person in the world after. Will these big name players come when you have to play a Haiti, a Trinidad, a Bahamas, a Barbados? It's yet to be seen. The 23-man squad, it is what it is. We should be okay enough to beat Suriname. But when we progress, are we strong enough to beat USA, beat Mexico, beat Canada? Can we do it? So it's interesting. We shall see. Some players are still playing. Corey Burke played last night. I don't remember seeing Alvarez playing. I think O'Neill is already in camp. Players are already in camp. They're warming up the plane. Leon Bailey too seems to be better because he's out there playing. Hector with the number 3 jersey. Listen, we can cuss all we want cuss about Hector. Hector has never said to bring in Hector. The 23-man squad is okay. It's doable. But we want to see how they're going to proceed going forward for World Cup qualification.
So Benton, what is your major takeaway from um the national team right now, the state of the national team? Big up to all the other shows, okay? You know we're not bad mind shows. We talk about every show, and we big up all the shows that are surrounding the Reggae Boys, talking about the Reggae Boys, very similar to Ballchat. Um, but the sentiment seems to be that there's an aura of uncertainty around the Reggae Boys. Benton, and then come on, I want your answer to Benton. How do you feel about the Reggae Boys going into the Gold Cup?
It's a wait and see approach. I can't really make an honest assessment of the squad. I mean, the only surprise I thought Javon Watson would have made the squad because he's somebody that Papa really like. I've always said this to come on, and I've said this again. It's not necessarily about who is more qualified, but it's who the coach prefer to get his task accomplish his objective. And I thought Javon Watson is a favorite at Papa, so maybe something is changing there. You know what? The whole whosoever is not here, I don't really worry about whosoever is not here. I am looking forward to that opening game on July 12th, next week, Monday, when we are going at the stand and make some noise. And if them lose to Suriname, it's fair bad would be our current. So I don't know what to make of the squad. I'm looking. So I'm just curious. Do you go back to these players who refuse to commit now? You go back to them when the World Cup qualifiers start, and you stick with these people that ride with you. And I would like to see that.
So come on, what? Before you answer that question, come on, what's your overall feeling for Jamaica at the Gold Cup?
So them include Kaim, Paris in the squad. I think, and this is what I heard. So someone told me that, and I guess it's from Steve's interview as well, that the consensus is that they want to include a quota. They're supposed to have a quota. They must have police with quota because I always thought that you would get the best players. Don't care where them come from, but whatever position that you need filled. And I guess that to me, I think the team has not been picked based on merit. And I think that's one of the problems with some of the fans. They want to see players who are good in their club football, get the opportunity to play for the national team, not who Tapa like, and that is the issue. And last week I always talk about Nico, right? So Nico is now on 8 goals. So yes, we're top heavy. We have all these players up top, but Nico can play wide like Junior Fleming. Junior is my guy. I love Junior. But if you look at the club level, the club stats, Nico is really outperforming him. At this point, Nico is supposed to be on 10 goals. He had 2 games when he scored 2 goals where it got cancelled. So those goals never count. So he's on 8 goals. So he's actually playing. He's doing really well. So the same thing with Alvas. Alvas plays 61 minutes in a year. In 1 year of football, Alvas plays 61 minutes for Philadelphia just the other day, and he's in the squad. So it's just crazy to see that some players are not getting picked on merit. We can always complain about USL being push league or whatever, but you can only play in the league that you're registered to play. So you're telling me that you have a player playing at his best, at that player's best, USL MLS, as a defender. You have a central defender who is very good. He might have 15 clean sheets. He contribute to 3 goals and whatever. But you would rather get a player from England who has not played any minutes. So that's a little bit, rough for me. I like the merit thing. And if you look at other, then Shaqiri is an exception, right? I'm not really going to miss wherever I'm there, but he might start for Switzerland and he plays because they're a very good player. But if you look at most teams, they select players based on merit. merit. You will never see a championship player. Not care how much goal them score in a look on Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney don't make a move to Premier League, don't matter that he's the leading goal scorer in championship. Then England's not going to call him. England don't call championship players. So I just don't understand why our team can't be selected on merit. On merit. Yes, Ravel is an excellent player. He's a good player. But who carries an unattached player to play a national team? What is this? Is it a tryout? A trial for Ravel? Ravel has gotten so many opportunities to use Jamaica to get a club. And it don't come to fruition. Yes, he is a good player, but he's an unattached player. Are you saying that a player who is playing for a club, playing good enough, can't get called in because of, this is my opinion. Second of all, as Benton said, we really don't know what to expect. The good thing is that the players are already in camp. Well, most of the players are in camp. They're COVID-free. They've been training. So hopefully they'll understand each other and we can get a pass like, Raheem passed the hurricane from somebody. Another thing that is bothering me is that Jamaica had a jersey reveal. There were no Jamaican players in the jersey reveal, not one. You have this Turkish guy and this other guy that had on our jersey. Okay, fine. But then Umbra said that on June 30th, that the jerseys will be available in select countries. So Jamaica is not a select country. USA is a select country because I just checked the Umbra website and there are no jerseys. This morning on Twitter, somebody asked the JFF, where can we get jerseys to buy? And I said to him, when you find out, let me know. And he said, don't hold your breath because JFF don't answer to fans, really, and we can't get the information. So the game is next week, Monday, and we, the fans of the Jamaica national team, cannot get a jersey to buy. It's like, so things move, those things remain the same. It's just madness for us.
So now is the time for my little shameless plug. Like Benton said, Ballchat will be on location at the game. Come on, and Benton will be there. So if you want to see them and know them, hear them, and say, yo, Ballchat family, walk one. We'll also be doing a watch along where I'll be in studio. We'll be watching the game. So again, if you're tired of Taylor 12-man, if you're tired of what next one name? Rob Stone. If you're tired of Lawless is not that bad. But if you're tired of them, yeah, the black white guy. If you're tired of them, I know that the views are Judah. But if you're tired of them, turn on to your favorite channel right here. We'll be doing a watch along. Watch the game, mute the game, and listen to the Ballchat family as we watch the game together, cheer together, cuss them together. Also we'll be getting on-site interviews by Camon and Benton. So starting next Monday and for every game that Jamaica plays in the Gold Cup, we'll be doing a watch along. Also for the World Cup qualifiers. And if you're in any other island and want your country get featured, send us an email to ballchatpodcast@gmail.com because a long time Cameroon want to support Trinidad under the quiet. So Benton, come on. Anything else? Anything else for yard ballers?
Yeah, man. So as I said, Nico scored 8 goals, for the season. We have another player named Roger Smith. He's with Sporting Kansas 2 in USL as well. He scored his 4th goal of the season. Brian Brown, some people might forget Brian, but Brian's at New Mexico. He scored in a 2-1 loss to El Paso. And I said again, Haim Paris, he won the Golden Boot in the Slovenian League. So that's really good. I think it was 16 goals that he scored. Outstanding for the young man. And if you're following Gold Cup, playing, St. Vincent had some visa issues with Haiti. And it was just so ridiculous. My question to people out here, if you think that players cannot get visas to come to America, why not allow them to play in their country? St. Vincent had 13 players was 23 players, and they had no designated goalkeeper. So of course, Haiti ran up the score, and and them lose. It's madness. Same thing with Cuba. Cuba had visa issues, so that their game was also put off. So it's complete madness. And then I also want to say that the Jamaica Premier League, I am really, really impressed again by the quality. No games were played today because of the tropical storm. But yesterday, Waterhouse beat Dumbleholden 2-0, and Mount Pleasant beat Lions 1-0. Swaby looked better than when I saw him in his last game. And I also want to know, why is it man of the match for professional footballer getting a basket of liquor? I mean, like, why is he getting a basket of liquor, the man of the match award? Foolishness. So Dumbleholden and Humble Lions, down a gully, the only reason why Dumble Lion is firmly planted at the bottom is goal difference. So it was also good to see Colorado Murray scoring. He's a prolific goal scorer in the Jamaica Premier League. I think last season he was the leading goal scorer for Waterhouse. So, it was nice to see the games. Unfortunately, we never seen on today, but I am really impressed by the Premier. And I hope these players get the opportunity to impress Tapa and, get the chance to be included in the World Cup qualification faster.
See. Them put up the shameless plug again. So people, tell a friend that we'll be on live for the watch along for the Jamaica game against Suriname next Monday. Also for who then play the second game again?
We don't know yet, to be determined.
Yeah, to be determined, and then the third game in the group the following Monday. Ballchat will be giving you wall-to-wall coverage. Benton, you have anything else you want to say about the Yard Ballers, about the Jamaica Premier League?
No, like Cameron said, the league is going well. The games are been, just good to see ball played again. And like Andrew Price of Humble Lion said, and Ballchat a few weeks ago, them have play themselves in. Seems like it will take a while for them to play themselves in. Beat in time, everyone who want to win need to play Humble Lion right
No.
Hey, no. Coach Price, those are the views of Benton only. So hold on. Tashama is saying, don't run down nobody. Use players who have put numbers on paper and not who have the hype around them. Absolutely. And then he said Waterhouse played great, especially that second goal. I agree 100%. So I am impressed by them. And Coach Price, don't pay Benton no mind. I want you back on the show.
My Lions, play Humble Lions right about now. My Lions gonna use them. But also regarding this Reggae Boy squad, interesting to see what Tariq McGee, if he does get on the grass in this tournament, how he does go about it.
See that. So people, that's enough. Until next week, you can link up with us on Ballchat at Ballchat Podcast on Instagram, at Ballchat1 on Twitter, at Ballchat on Facebook. Email us ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. I must not be doing something good because I have not received any Cuss Out Junior email yet. Remember, if you disagree with anything that Cameron says or Benton says, just email Cameron and Benton at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. And I am a humble guy. But if you feel like affirming what I said, just go ahead and email me and let me know. I said, Junior, you are 100% right all the time. And Benton and Cameron, I know what I talk about. So email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. And Shemai, people must send them way up on the show. Email us, ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. The full episodes are available on Flow Sports YouTube app, also on Twitch, at YouTube, on at Ballchat. You can also listen to the audio on iTunes. Get it on Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. Anywhere you get your audio podcast, you can get Ballchat Podcast. Tell a friend. Ballchat it is every week. We're out. Benton, come on. Ain't that enough?
Bless up.
Bye.
All right, later.